Hello. So I'm actually doing a little bit of a test recording because, yeah, you see my Linux computer right now, but I am actually on my main machine. I actually record on my main machine. Can you switch? So yeah, this is my main machine, an OBS, and yeah, if I can't really switch scene right now because you see I have a capture card. I don't can maybe add. Yeah, you have it right here. So oh yeah, so it's the capture card. So yeah, I did some testing a little bit. It's been, for example, you can actually. It was very blurry and stuff when I recorded, and so I did some changes in the settings here in OBS. Custom, it was set to device default. I selected custom instead and changed the resolution. Also changed video format and color range to full. And yeah, it seems to be working a lot better. Settings also went to advanced here. And now it's grayed out right now because I'm recording. But I changed this color format to BGRA instead of NV12. Also changed the color space to sRGB. Also color range to full instead of limited. So yeah, it seems to have worked. Let's just switch to Ubuntu here again. It looks sharper. The text looks sharper. If I actually go to, let's see, files. For example, the text here is a lot more sharper. Also the text at the top bar. The problem that I still have is the white things. The white color is not really white. It's look a bit brown. On the monitor itself, it's perfectly white. So I don't know why it's kind of brown here. So you can see if I start also here, you see this white. It's not really white. It's actually a little bit more brown color. It has a brown tint on it. So yeah, I have this displays here. I have it on the mirror. So yeah, normally I have two sort of monitors. Well, it's actually just one monitor. It's a Dell 27-inch. And the second one is the capture card in my other computer. The capture card show up as a display on my other computer. So yeah, I don't know. The difference is that, yeah, I don't know. Right now, from the computer to the monitor, it's an HDMI cable, and the graphics card in that computer only have three, well, actually two outputs. It's got one display port, one HDMI out. I think it's got one DVI too. I don't know, remember, but the thing is, the HDMI goes to the monitor itself, and then the display port goes to the capture card with a sort of adapter cable, because the capture card have HDMI input. So I don't know if it's actually the cable that is doing it, the display port to HDMI converter, and it's a passive cable as well. So in one end you got display port contact or port, the other HDMI. So there's no active cable. It's just a cable with the two different connectors. So I'm going to try later on to switch them out, because the monitor, I have 3 monitors, main monitors, and they are all connected to my main PC with DisplayPort. And the monitors only got 1 DisplayPort in. And then it got 2 HDMI ports in. So that's why I have sort of the HDMI port to the Linux computer. Because these are 165 hertz monitors, but you can only get 165 hertz on the display port. So that's why I have the display port connected to my main computer. If you connect the HDMI, the max sort of update frequency is 144 hertz. That's why I connected the HDMI to the Ubuntu. So yeah, but this is just a test recording to see how it works. So yeah, it works pretty good. I can't really set the update frequency when in mirror mode on Linux. If I have join display here, I can set the Dell up to 144 hertz. The capture card, I can't change it. That's 60 hertz maximum. But in mirror mode, I only have the resolution, so I don't know if it sets 60 hertz on both my monitor and the capture card. Yeah, but just testing. Yeah, I'm having Ubuntu 22.04 installed here on my secondary PC. I know that Ubuntu 24.04 was released a couple of days ago, but I know by experience that on the release day things are really, really buggy. And I installed 24.04 on my laptop, and yeah, it's buggy as hell. So I'm not going to install 24.04 on this machine yet. I'm going to wait for the first .1 update. So it will be 24.04.1. That will be released sometime in August this year in 2024. So yeah, we'll see. But right now it works pretty good. I got it set up pretty good. I'm not going to run Ubuntu as my main machine, because there are some software and stuff that and hardware that doesn't work on Linux right now. For example, the capture card. I have 2 capture cards. One of them is in my main machine, and the second one was in this machine. But that capture card doesn't work on Linux. There's no drivers for it, because Elgato have proprietary drivers and they don't have any drivers for Linux. So yeah, I have this Camlink 4K as well. It's like this USB dongle, and you normally just connect cameras to it, like DSLRs. But it also works with computers. But the problem with that, it should work on Linux, but only in like OBS. And another problem with that Camlink is the resolution. I have 1440p monitors, but the Camlink can't capture 1440p. It just goes black. So it can capture 720p, 1080p, and 2160p, but not 1440p. So it's kind of annoying, but yeah, so right now I'm just testing out what kind of software I can use on Ubuntu. Try to find some alternatives. And for example, if I go to my desktop here, for example, Voicemeeter, I use Voicemeeter a lot. Potato doesn't work on Linux, and I can't find any alternative either. Also, I got this sizer software, so I can resize windows easily. Can't find any alternative on Linux. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff like that. So yeah, and I have this kind of auto scripts as well. They don't work. So there's a lot of stuff that I use every day that doesn't work on Linux. That's the reason that I don't use Linux on my main machine. Same thing on the right here on the monitor, you see these gadgets or widgets called. No, the gadgets actually. It doesn't come with Windows 11. It was a thing in Windows Vista and Windows 7, I think, as well. So this is a software that you can actually install it on Windows 10 and 11. And I like the size of these. I know there's not widgets on Linux. There are some widgets on like KDE, but they are kind of super big. They're large. They're like twice the size of this. So yeah. But anyway, I start to ramble a lot maybe. But anyway, I have Ubuntu installed right now on my secondary machine, and I took out the capture card in it, and I replaced it with a 10 gigabit card instead, network card. I can put that 10 gig card in the other slot, but the problem with that slot is just an X1 slot, so it's just one lane. So the 10 gig card is an X4 slot, and if it will only use one lane, and I only get like 250 megabyte per second, since it's only using one lane. So yeah, I don't know. That micro ATX card was sort of cheap. I thought it would have like an X16 slot, X8 or yeah 8X slot and one 4X slot, but no, the 4X slot was actually just a 1X slot. But anyway, yeah, test video for the Ubuntu. I don't have any OBS installed on the Ubuntu, so yeah. So bye for now, I guess.